Ivan Katz here at Freedom Center, Clark's Run, just outside of Leesburg, Virginia. And today I'm going to shoot the front nine, talk about which discs I throw, why I throw them, and give you some tips and tutorials along the way of this very, very tough and challenging course. Let's get started. Number 1, par 3, 366 feet. Slight dogleg left down there. So tough shot. Okay, wrapping up number 1, Flippy Avenger SS. Flippy meaning I threw it with a lot of hyzer, turned over for me, and S'd out. Understable. 2 approach shots. The Ace Race Soul, that was a more direct flight. Just a lot of hyzer there, flipped up, and then faded off close to the basket. And then the roundabout way, a little bit, kind of a right dog leg around the trees with the Cobra for the easy putts with my 86 putter and the Judge. On to number 2, the water hole. Number 2, 363 feet straight across the water. Tough shot. Wow, barely. The DX Wraith. And normally, there's the T-pad there. Normally on an everyday round, I wouldn't bother to try to throw over the lake. And I only did it this time with backup, old, basically understable, flippy, weird acting DX plastic. But because this disc was old, I was like, what the heck? And because I'm shooting a video. So, normally, I would just come to the drop zone here, shooting 3. And then you can see the basket right there. But still, having made it barely across the water, it's a very tough shot. Anyway, up and over this hill to the basket, which will be pretty blind, actually. Okay, so the Wraith, again, disposable DX plastic. If I lost it in the water, I wouldn't be that concerned. Usually, I would go to the drop zone because I don't like losing discs that I really like. Maybe in a tournament I would play it, but most of the time I'm just going to go to the drop zone. Take the 4. Why not? Now, for the approach, just a normal Valkyrie. Throw it with a little bit of anhyzer because it tends to fade. It's brand new, not broken at all. This will be a flippy disc after a while. Through another approach with my Banshee here, and it's really good. Nice straight disc. Again, sold it to make sure it stayed straight and didn't fade that much. And then the 2 putts for the par with my usual 86 putter and my Judge. Now, a word about disc golf in my videos and this course. This is a very difficult course. In my videos, I'm shooting multiple discs. I'm showing you how they fly, and I do that on purpose. These aren't real rounds. I'm not coming out here getting pars every time, getting birdies and things like that. Aces, you will get them, absolutely. But don't think that this is an easy sport, that you can come out here and just start shooting pars right away. It's a tough sport. Just start at your own speed, maybe play with a mid-range. Play the whole course with a mid-range to get started. You'll learn a lot about how these discs fly. Then you can move up. The lower the speed, the easier they are to throw. You should not come out here first time throwing 10s, 11s, 12s, 13s, 14s. wait till you learn the sport. Throw a mid-range. You can play a course like this with a mid-range. Maybe in the future I'll do a mid-range video, play the same course and see how I do. But it's a tough sport. My videos, I'm using multiple shots. It takes a lot to shoot a video and make it look good, so that's what I'm doing. On this course, usually if I can get around 70, I'm thrilled. Total strokes for the 18. So there you go. It's a really tough course here. Lots of trees, lots of very difficult shots, and you'll see those as we move on through the course. So let's do that. Number 3, 528 feet, par 4 from here. Very, very difficult. First you have to make it through these trees, which, taken from the angle of the tee here, it's pretty easy to hit an early tree and really screw up your shot. So your first shot, you want to be safe, and sometimes it's best not to try to kill it. Just play a disc that you know very well, and that will get you into the open out there. So there's the basket, hiding behind those trees and up the hill through that tight fairway there, and I'm sitting here behind this big tree. So again, you don't try to kill it, you just try to land safe there in the middle somewhere for the approach. Okay, the vision started me off in the second shot here with a Rakuten, Hex Rakuten. Still a ways to go, but tough, lots of trees. Started off with the vision, hyzer, flip, and then just straight out to the center. Second shot, Hex Rakuten, nice flippy S-curve disc for me. Got me to the start of that fairway for the approach with the buzz, and on to the putt with my trusty ancient 86 putter. Don't use something like a 86 softy. They're old and rare. This one was made in 1989, so go out, find something common that everybody else uses, and use that. Go buy 5 of them and practice your putting over and over again. Get the practice down so your body has the memory, the muscle memory, and you can make those shots easily. Now, this buzz here, it's brown. It's not a great disc. Color. So try to get some bright colors, because you can lose a disc like this pretty easily. Also, write your names on your discs, and if you're playing at a course with water features like this one, make sure you have a towel with you. There you go. If you lose a disc, join your local Facebook site. They usually have a group for courses in the area, so oftentimes you can get those discs back. There's also drop boxes, usually at hole number 1 on these courses. Okay, on to the next one. Number 4, you can see the flag sticking up on the basket just below the horizon there. And it looks easy maybe, but it's really tough. Got 2 very tight trees here, and it's a tough par 3. Well, the Discraft Soul, nice hyzer flip there. It got me through those 2 close trees, but faded a bit early after turning over. And still, trees in the way, and a good circle's edge putt here at least. Probably more like 35-40, and it's a death putt downhill. So in most cases you want to lay this up. Just to be safe, just lay one up right to the basket. I'll be aggressive here since I'm shooting a video, but tough shot here, and it's always tough to get around trees. Okay, so there you go. Discraft Ace Race Sol and 86 Softy for the putt. Now I spoke about the circle. That is 10 meters, 33 feet from the basket. Outside of that distance, you can jump when you putt. So that's what the circle means. And circle 2 is 66 feet or 20 meters And that's what they're talking about when you hear them talk about circle 1 and circle 2, and whether they make their putts inside of those distances. On to the next one. Number 5 is a very tough 477 foot par 4. Uphill, somewhere around here. Hopefully you land. And then through this tough stuff towards the basket. Not easy. Okay, the latitude 64, nice hyzer flip disc to the top of the hill, but still a very long way to go. Very, very tough second shot. Okay, second shot here with the Crank SS on the fairway, but kind of close to a tree on either side. That's not good, but I should have room for the approach here and hopefully be able to make it for the easy par. Okay, tough number 5. So, started off with my trusty Vision, hyzer, flip, and then straight. That's a great disc. My Crank SS here, actually I lost my Crank SS on 1, so if anybody finds it, it'd be great to get it back. Unfortunately, it's bright green, probably blends in with some of that green up there on number 1. Lost that about a week ago, so I'm crying over that one, but I have a couple more Crank SS's to back it up. Not as good, but this one is pretty darn straight, and it got me to the fairway in the center for the approach shot with this is called a Lightning Golf Discs SBD Dauntless and number 1, and it's called a hook shot. I use it a lot of times to get around trees, dog leg, throw it with a lot of hyzer, and it'll go around trees. But if I really sell it flat, it does kind of tend to go flat and give a little fade at the end. So that was a good approach disc for me. I've been throwing this for a long time. It's a really old disc, probably from the 80s, I believe. And I like the ridges it has for your forehand grip. That's why I like it. And then, of course, the putt with my 86. So, tough one there on number 5. On to the next one. Number 6, a downhill, 228 foot par 3. Very small fairway, though. Ace race Sol for the easy drop-in. See the basket hiding there on number 7? 297 feet. Tricky because of all the trees. Par 3. Okay, the Discraft Express. Great hyzer flip disc for me. Hyzer flips up and just stays straight. Not a lot of fade to it. Really worked to get me through all those crazy trees back there for the putt with the Judge. On to number 8. Okay, so number 8 is a very tough 633 foot par 5. And you still can't even see the basket here. I'll take you down there. So there's the basket up there on the hill, which is down a very small, skinny fairway. And to the left here the whole way you have a creek, which comes into play right where the tee pad is if you hit a tree. Okay, so the King, speed 14, very flippy disc. I got it to turn over and S out around these trees, and a good start to this very, very tough number 8. But it's really crucial not to fade too far to the right here or get caught in this to the left. So this is a very technical, tough shot here. Okay, the Nuke SS fought and got me to a pretty safe approach shot here, though very, very tough. Okay, that one is super tough. Started off with the King, which is a hyzer flip disc, big S-curve, got me around into the fairway. And then the Nuke SS got me down the fairway a bit, a little bit of plinko there at the end. A little bit of good luck kept me close to the fairway. And then the King again, but thrown really low and in control for the approach. That's a bit far for me to use a putt approach disc. I don't have the range of some of the players out there, so sometimes I'll use a control driver or a driver or distance driver for shots that other players would use a mid-range for. So there you go. But made it to this tough number 8 in 4 strokes, and the putt with my 86 putter. Now a note about hyzer and anhyzer. This for the forehand flick is hyzer, this is anhyzer, and then right hand backhand, this is hyzer, and this is anhyzer. So a flippy disc for the right hand backhand is something that will turn up for you. An overstable disc is something that will stay flat and then fade. And then for the forehand flick, a flippy disc is of course going to turn over this way, and an overstable disc is going to stay and then fade. Number 9 is a 420-foot par 4, and you start from up top of the hill there. That's the tee. So you've got water down here if you hit a tree, sometimes water over here, water deep back over this way as well, so it's a pretty tough shot. Okay, the Discraft Express got me almost to the top of the hill, and there is a lane, but it's pretty tight to get up towards the basket there. You see me kicking away these branches, and the rule is you can move anything that's not living. So branches are fine. Tree branches that are living, not fine. Okay, so the Discraft Express started me off there. Nice hyzer flip disc to the top of the hill. And then Garden Variety DX Valkyrie, thrown with a heck of a lot of hyzer to curve me around. Set me up for the very long putt with the AVR. So there you go. Very, very tough course, and you should definitely come and check it out. It's one of those great courses in the DC area, just outside of Leesburg. They do have a donation box right when you come in, and it is a private course, so they would appreciate your donations. And don't forget, I have a Patreon site too. If you like my content, do support me on my Patreon site, Drivin Ivan Katz. Thank you so much. Well, I hope you have enjoyed that front 9 round here at Clark's Run Freedom Center, just outside of Leesburg. Great, challenging course. If you'd like to see my other disc golf videos, just Google Ivan Katz Disc Golf and you will see them. I review discs, I shoot rounds all over the place, many down in Florida as well. I like to shoot courses when I travel, interesting courses, so check those out. Also, check out my understable versus overstable split screen video. Everything you need to know about disc golf is a nice video to watch. Many, many videos at Bluemont in Arlington, Virginia, and many around the DC area, including Giles and even McLean Central Park, which is no longer there. So check out that video too. Don't forget to like my videos here on YouTube, subscribe here on YouTube, follow me on Twitter and Instagram to know what I'm up to. If you like cars, Google Drivin Ivan in any car, and you can see my car reviews there as well. Music videos, I have a COVID-19 video sung to the tune of Steely Dan's Hey 19. Also a literal video for Chris Isaac's Wicked Game, check that out. And also lots of music videos where I play all the instruments as well, guitar, bass, drums, keyboards, and sing. So check those out too. And again, thanks for watching. I'm Ivan Katz.